Where's the? We started. Where's the start broadcast? That's Greg.
It's live.
Okay, live from CNN's headquarters in Bangkok, Thailand. It is the 2015 presidential internet debate with Greg Caesar and Ken Krell. I had to do that. I had to do that. You guys, I want to thank you so much for being here today. Rick Roberts and Van Horn, you're absolutely right. It is very tough competition to be going against the likes of Carly Fiorina and Donald Trump. So for those of you that are joining us today, thank you so much for being here. It is a thrill to have you here. And I'll tell you what, you will find, number one, you can read about the debates tomorrow or later. You'll hear about it 84 times with all the replays. But what you're going to hear now with my friend Greg Caesar is going to be monumental. And it'll make you the money to be able to deal with the madness that you'll be hearing over the next 18 months and be able to afford you to travel outside of that madness and travel the world and live your life on your terms and not have to be part of the craziness that is taking place tonight at the Reagan Library in San Clemente, California. Now, that does not make this an evergreen presentation, right, Greg? But I had to share that with you. So
That's right.
we're going live, man, and it couldn't be any more live than that. So listen, you're about to hear, and by the way, you guys should pop in the chat. So let's take care of a couple quick ground rules. Pop in the chat. Tell us that you can hear us okay. The next 60 to 90 minutes are going to be monumental for you. Really thrilled to have you with us here. And for those of you in Australia, thank you, Kimbo from Queensland. We set this up so that you could actually be with us. Some of the webinars we do are at really wacko times, but really glad you're here. So for the next hour or so, turn your cell phones and pagers into silent pagers. What are those? Into your silent or vibrate position. Put Skype on Do Not Disturb. You're going to hear so much cool stuff over the next 60, 90 minutes that really will make a giant difference in your cash flow in your life and what you're doing. I'm thrilled that you made it, Catherine. And Rick says, turn off the debate. Yeah, you'll be able to watch the replays on that one for years to come, no doubt. So what you're going to hear today is because I was on a conversation with Greg about 3 weeks ago, I guess, Greg, you and me, and before I left for the States. And Greg was telling me what he's been doing with Amazon. And yeah, thanks, George. I know about pagers. Anyway, he's doing such an outstanding job in his own business on Amazon that I said, you got to share this with my people. He's only done this presentation once before, and I was like, you're doing it for my group. And we go way back. So Greg is going to share that with you. And without further ado, let me introduce you to probably one of the smartest marketing guys I know. When I hang out with Greg Caesar, I got to take notes and I got to record what we're doing because he just fires off ideas that are so good and so brilliant that every second is worth my while. He's just one of the nicest guys I know. He's fun to travel with and to play with. He's got a gorgeous wife, which is really the true reason why I hang out with him. And well, what can I say? And with that said, my dear friend, Mr. Greg Caesar, let's give Greg a virtual applause.
You know it doesn't help when she calls you her boyfriend.
I know. It is really the funniest thing. You guys, use the chat during our presentation. I'll be here with you today in the chat, of course. Because I've heard the conversation with Greg and I directly, but I've not actually seen the presentation. So I'm here with you learning like you'll be learning. And for a lot of you guys, like Catherine, for example, that's part of our elite coaching program, this is something that you want to use to further your Amazon business. So stay tuned. And Greg, I'm here with you. So, let's have some fun.
Awesome. First of all, Ken, thank you for putting on this webinar. I promise to make it good for you guys. And like Ken said, we go back, God, we've been on vacation together at least 3 or 4 different times. So Ken and I, we are like family. My wife absolutely adores Ken and thinks he's the most awesome guy in the world. So we know each other not only on a business level, but on a personal level, and it's rare in our industry that we could say that this person is someone that I consider friends and family. As a matter of fact, I told Ken whenever he's in town, God bless him if I find out and he didn't come by and say hi. It'll be the end
That's that's true. You have said that. And by the way, just for the record, Mr. IRS that's listening in through the NSA, we weren't on vacation. We were on business trips together. Business
That's
trips.
right.
Business.
Business trip.
Business
Yes, yes, absolutely.
trips.
Uh, so I'm going to show you guys something cool today, and I'm also going to tell you how I got motivated to do what I'm doing, and you'll actually be surprised. So today we're going to talk about how to tap into Amazon's vault of hungry buyers and create an instant stream of monthly recurring revenue without you having to drive traffic or personally sell anything or do any marketing whatsoever. Imagine having a business that you don't have to drive traffic to and you have to do absolutely zero marketing. Would you be excited about something like that? For me, it was amazing when I first thought about it. So I need your attention. Turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook, and if you're an internet marketer and you're serious about getting better results with selling information on Amazon, the next 60, 90 minutes will absolutely change your life. So who am I? My name is Greg Caesar. I started working with local businesses back in 1997, helping them with web design and internet marketing and SEO and all that fun stuff. I started selling online around 2002. Well, it just so happened I got so good at selling online that I've sold over 100,000 ebooks. I kid you not. And by the way, folks, that is without an affiliate. That's all my own personal sales. So my claim to fame is I have 100,000 plus customers of my own. Not very many people can say that as a small entrepreneur or small business. I work with some of the most brilliant marketers online, mastermind with some of the smartest people you're ever going to meet, which gives me insight and knowledge to a lot of things that most people would like to know. I help entrepreneurs build their online dream, and I started teaching entrepreneurs somewhere around 2003. I've spoken internationally as far away as Singapore, Malaysia, United Kingdom, Jamaica, and all over the United States. And when I speak, I talk about wealth creation and building a sustainable home-based business. But to be honest with you, a lot of people think that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and nothing could be further from the truth. I grew up poor in the projects of Stamford, Connecticut. My dad came from Haiti back in the late 60s. He was making $1 an hour, so to tell you we were broke and poor is an understatement. But I'm going to tell you something I learned from my dad, and that is there's mental poverty and there's physical poverty. We were fortunate enough to be physically poor, but we weren't mentally poor. So my dad taught us how to overcome our circumstances. He overcame his own circumstances. He went from making $1 an hour to retiring, making over $70,000 a year. He owns 4 homes, and 2 of them he bought cash. Okay, so I learned that anything is possible if you have a dream and if you believe in yourself. Today, I live in my own 8,000 square foot home with 6 fireplaces in the Atlanta market. I call it the house that Google built. So I love internet marketing. Again, when I started my business in 1997, I started with no money, no experience, and I had absolutely zero clue what I was doing. If I could tell you the fear that I had, I mean, I felt like I wanted to spontaneously combust. So if you're in that position now, I 100% understand what you're feeling. I understand where you're coming from because I was there. But I overcame that, and we'll talk about one of the things I do today that's helped me. Now, imagine what your life will be like when you know how to make more money online in less time and with less effort and be able to create automated income without having to spend a lot of money. I always say the difference between those who are mentally poor and not is the fact that they don't know how to create income. See, I know how to create income so I can print money on demand whenever I need. Imagine you never have to worry about struggling to make real money online or never wasting your time, money, or effort on things that don't work ever again. We're talking about Amazon today, folks. If that doesn't get you excited, look, that's always going to work. It's always going to be there. I'm going to teach you how to tap into that massive vault and take some of that money for yourself. Imagine what life will be like when you know how to build a $3K per month recurring Amazon business, and you can do that in the next 30 to 60 days without having to spend the money that a traditional business takes to build, right? Imagine that. I started my Amazon business with about $30 to $40. Okay, that is why I'm so excited. So, how about when you really know how to build a business without having to do any of the work? Will that make a difference in your life? Would that make a difference if Amazon does all the marketing, all the selling, all the advertising for you? Would that change your ability to be successful? The answer is yes. Now, if I'm going to start a business, the question is, why start an Amazon business compared to all the other types of businesses you can start? You can start a web business, you can start an internet business, you can start a physical business. Why an Amazon business? And to help you understand that, I'll tell you a quick story. July 2014, by that point, I already had an Amazon account, but I had 0 products in there. I went to a barbecue at a good friend of mine, and Ken, you know who that is. It was Mike Stewart. We were at Mike Stewart's house for the 4th of July, and
Nice.
another internet market. What's that?
By the lake?
Yes, we were at the lake.
Okay.
So another internet marketer who lives in the Atlanta market came over with his kids. And his daughter says, hey, I've got an Amazon business. And we were like, oh, that's so cool. I'm thinking, well, I got an Amazon business. I just don't have any products in there. And she said she's making $30 a day. And at that very moment, I could feel my blood pressure rise as I said, you got to be kidding me. This girl, by the way, she's 8 years old.
Oh, my God.
This 8-year-old girl is making more money than me on Amazon. Now, there's only one reason that she was making more money than me. That's because she took action. I hadn't taken any action at that point. All I did was create my account. But let me tell you, I went home fired up. I said, I'll be darned if this little 8-year-old girl is going to make more money than I am on Amazon. So, why Amazon? Amazon has millions of hungry buyers who go to that site for the sole purpose of buying. You don't go to Amazon to research. You go to Amazon to buy. That's why you want to put products on Amazon, because every product you put up is being put up in front of buyers. Think about the Amazon Prime. They have, I forget how many millions of people that are paying $99 a month just so they can get discounted shipping. So let me show you some stats. When we look at this date here, January 1st, 2014 to August 18, 2014, as you can see, I made absolutely 0 money on Amazon, not even 1 penny. But I will tell you, I had just uploaded my product to Amazon, and it just hit inventory the day before. So it was around the 17th when it hit the Amazon marketplace. Well, let's see what happened on the 19th. Look at that. I made a sale. $9.95. Okay? Now, I will tell you something. I was doing cartwheels and backflips, and my wife was like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's $9. What are you so excited about? And I said, you just don't understand. So at this point, I'm looking like a crazy man inside the house. Now, let's look at why I was excited. There's short-term versus long-term thinking. The person who thinks short-term says, this sucks. What a waste of time that was. You made $9 in one day. Okay? Over the course of a year, that's, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000. It's a waste of time and energy. But long-term thinking says, well, if only I can figure out 10 ways to make $9.95 a day. That's what was going through my mind at this point. I'm thinking, if I could make that $9 a day times 10, that equals $99.50 a day, or $36,317.50 a year. Guys, that's extra money. I say, okay, that's pretty exciting. Well, let's look at the rest of the month. From the 18th or the 19th through the 31st, my first full month in business, I made a whopping $69.89. Again, remember, at this point, I'm thinking long-term, and I'm doing the Irish jig in the house and flipping all over the place. My wife thinks I'm an absolute fool. She's like, we can't even go to dinner for $69. Why are you so excited? Well, let's take a look at month 2. Really, it's a month and 10 days in business by this point. At the end of October, I did a whopping $374.28. Now, I'm really starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because right now I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to put 50 products up that make $374. That's 15 grand a month. This is going to be fantastic. Now, that model works, but I'm going to show you an easier model today. Now let's take it month number 3. Less than 3 months in, I'm 2 months and 1 week into the business, and I'm already at $1,987.11. Now my wife doesn't look at me like I'm crazy at this point. She's saying, okay, maybe you got something here. Now, folks, here's the question. We are now a month and 2 months and 1 week into the business. Type this into the chat box. Let's see what you guys think. How much time do I have invested into the business by this point? How much time and how much money? 2 months, 1 week into the business, and we're already making $1,987.11 per month. How much time and how much money? Type that into the chat box. Let's see what you guys think. Okay, Rick says 6 hours, about $50. George says 3 months worth of work. 2 hours, 50. 20 hours, 100. 8 hours, 20. 1 month, 100. To be honest with you, by this point, I'm probably about 4 hours, maybe 5 hours into the business, and I'm probably about $40, maybe $50 in total cost that I have spent on the business at this point. So, is that good? Now, mind you, $1,900 third month, $374 plus 69, so I'm about $2,400 in sales, and I've got about 4 or 5 hours. And Rick says, does he get the prize? Rick, you get the prize. So that's, for me, remember, I've got ADD squared times 2. So this is a perfect business for me. I'm like, my God, I didn't do any work. And look at the kind of revenue that I brought in. So let's continue. So just about 3 months, close to 2 months and 1 week into the business, I'm already at $2,000 per month in sales. And that's recurring because Amazon's going to keep showing my product. Okay? So let me say this. Results are not typical. You know, I'm going to walk you through the system that we're using to get results, but please understand my results are not typical because the average person who attends any training may get 0 results. You may get 10 times the results. You may surpass me. I'm happy to share with you what I'm doing, but I don't know when you come home or not, if you're going to watch TV or if you're going to spend the 4 or 5 hours like I did and do a little bit of work. That will change your life. This is not a get-rich-quick, and let me tell you why. Yes, I made money quick, but the reason it is because somebody else did the work. Amazon did the work. I didn't have to do it. See, typical get-rich-quick is nobody does anything and $1 million falls into your lap. I don't believe in that stuff, but I do believe in leveraging resources that already exist, so I tap into Amazon. I don't have to do the work. They do the work. Now, here's what we're going to cover. Secret number 1, how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have 0 marketing skills. Secret number 2, small untapped markets are more profitable than large markets. I know this is counterintuitive to what you've typically heard because everyone says go for the big boys. That's where the money is. I'm telling you, think reverse. And I'll explain why in a second. And secret number 3 is an untapped category on Amazon that is way easier to make money in than any other category that exists in Amazon. And 99% of the marketers out there are not thinking about this category, and you are going to absolutely love it. So, secret number 1, you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have 0 marketing experience. Well, how do we do that? How do we build a business without having to do any work? Well, most internet marketers think building an internet business has to be complicated and that it takes a lot of time and effort. If you build a traditional business, yes, it does take some time and effort, but we want to avoid that. You can build a profitable business and successful business in no time if you learn how to leverage existing resources instead of creating them from scratch. Most people want to get into search engine optimization. They build the traffic, they build the product, they're doing all this work, then they go in and drive the traffic. You are starting from ground zero. But if I can tap into a source of 1 million visitors already, guess what? I don't have to do the marketing. So what do I mean? You can build a large business from scratch by leveraging an existing business. Amazon is that business. Amazon already has millions of customers already. Amazon doesn't sell anything of their own. Now, here's what that means. Amazon is begging us to put product in their marketplace. They don't sell their own product. You want to think of Amazon like a super affiliate who's begging you to sell your product for you. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful position to be in. Now, once you start to get sales, here's what Amazon does. They will actually go into Google, they will actually go into Facebook, they will actually go into YouTube, and they will advertise your product, and they pay for it. They pay Google. They never ask you one red cent to do that. Think of how powerful that is. Not only do you not have to learn any marketing, not only do you not have to drive any traffic, but this crazy company is going to actually pay for the advertising for you as well. By the way, they also do email blasts. There's a couple email blasts that I've received that included my product in there because they are doing something that's called retargeting. If you're not familiar with what retargeting is, that's when you visit a website and then you leave the website, but all of a sudden you start seeing ads for that same product all over the internet. That ad is following you around. Well, with Amazon's system, they've got an email retargeting capability as well. So not only will your product follow that person around, but Amazon will send them an email since they visited your page or your product. It says, hey, are you still interested in this product? Click here. I mean, they actually do this on your behalf for absolutely 0 cents. That's the beauty about this. And then here's the crazy thing. They actually fulfill the product. I don't go to the mailbox and deliver products every day. Amazon does all of it for me. So while I'm on the cruise, while I'm on vacation, while I'm, as Ken says it, while we're doing business trips, what happens is they are doing all of the work for me. They handle the customer service. They handle everything. So my business is completely a recurring business on complete autopilot. Now, secret number 2, instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that nobody cares about, right? So let's talk about that. So how do you build a 6-figure business without having a 6-figure product? The answer is you have smaller products, but you have multiple of them. So most marketers think the only way to build a 6-figure business is to find a really hot product that millions of people are searching for. Well, let me tell you, when you find that product that millions of people are searching for, there's millions of other people who have the same idea. So your competition level is insane. It's going to be difficult to penetrate those markets. So instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that nobody cares about, but you're in 5, 6, 7, 8 of those markets. The big guys can't focus in those markets because it doesn't make any sense for them. So what do I mean? Products that can sell 6 figures will have high competition. So instead of one product that makes you $50,000 per month, sell 10 products that do $5,000 each per month. At that level, nobody cares about that $5,000 product. The people who are at the higher end of the marketing spectrum, it's a waste of their time to go after a market that only makes $5,000. But the small mom and pops, those guys say, okay, I'm going to go after that. But you as a smart marketer, you understand marketing, they don't. So at that lower level, the things that you can do will blow everyone out of the water. So small markets like this are a waste of time for the big guys. And without competition, that means you rank instantly and make money faster. That's one of the reasons why I was able to go from $0 to $9, then to $63, then to $374, then to $1,900. There was no competition. They didn't understand marketing, so I was able to go in there and title my listings correctly and get there instantly. So it's much easier for you to make $5K than it is for you to make $50K. Well, if that's the case, well, why not do it 10 times, right? So 10 products that do 2 sales a day at $27 equals $540 a day. Now, mind you, 2 sales a day is an absolute failure. You can't run a business and make 2 sales a day and think you can retire off of that. But look at the volume that we're doing if you have 10 different products that you do this with. So secret number 3, selling information on Amazon is completely untapped. And it's a wide market for the picking. Notice I said information. information. Look, we're all internet marketers, and what do internet marketers want to sell the most? Information. It's easy to create, it's easy to deliver, it is very simple. So there's a massive untapped category on Amazon that barely anyone is paying attention to. Most marketers think Amazon is saturated and there's no way I can make money. Actually, selling information on Amazon is completely untapped and wide open for the pickings. So let's talk about this. What is information? Information is how to do this, how to do that. From the beginning of time and for the next million years, human civilization will always be in the search for information. What do you think college is? What do you think internet marketing is? What do you think this webinar is? We are in search of information. So will it ever go away? Absolutely not. Civilization would have to end for something like that to happen. So millions of people search Amazon every day for information, except they're using the Kindle and they're using books. Okay? Now, the challenge with those two categories are thousands of competitors in those categories. Kindle has tons and tons of competitors, and the books have tons and tons of competitors. But you can take your information and repackage it into a physical form, not as a book, but as a CD. And when you do that, you can get on the physical side of Amazon, which means you can tap into a vault that's way bigger than Kindle and the books combined. There's way more people on that side of Amazon. So the physical side is 10 times bigger than the Kindle and the books itself. So the physical side also has more profits and very little competition. So an ebook that you would sell for $2.99, and I have one, right? So it's $2.99 is what I sell it for on Kindle. That's the most that I can get for it. On the physical side, the identical content I sell for as much as $40. What's the difference? The only difference is one is digital, one is physical. The perceived value when it is in the physical format is way higher. It only cost me $1 to make it. So $1 to make, so let's look at this. Digital costs nothing. I get $2.99. Physical costs me $1 and I get $40. That's $39 in profit. That's way better than the digital side. So let's ask you, well, let me show you this first. So now we're in December. So I showed you the first 2 months, October and November. Now we're in December. Look at this. 3 months and 1 week into the business, 90 days or about 100 days. I'm already at $3,000 in revenue in Amazon. Guys, I didn't do any more work. Matter of fact, absolutely zero work from what I'd already done. Now, let's look at what happened in January. Sales went down by almost a third. I said, what's going on? Maybe the ride is over. Maybe Amazon is going out of business. That's what I was thinking. Now, I didn't realize that they have a dip in sales in January because it's the after Christmas holiday, right? People have already spent, so January is a slow month for Amazon. Now, let me also tell you what's powerful about this one here. In January, I went on vacation. At the end of January, I went on the marketer's cruise. So 2 months out of the month, I was completely gone with zero internet access. One, I was in the middle of the ocean for 7 days. Right? And I still made $2,165.18. How would you like to do that when you're in the middle of the ocean with zero internet access? Would that change your life? Now let's look at February. February, things are picking up a little bit. We're at $2,521, so we're up about 25%. So I'm pretty excited about that, right? So now let's talk about the 6-step process that you're going to go through to build your Amazon business. Number 1, you're going to do a little bit of research. Number 2, you're going to pick a niche. Number 3, you're going to create your content. Number 4, you're going to send it to Amazon. And number 5, you're going to create your description and your title. And number 6, you're going to scale. That's the whole process. That's it. That simple. And then the last is sit back, relax, and cash some checks. Matter of fact, you don't even have to cash the checks. They automatically deposit it into your bank account. So let's talk about the research. You're going to use the Google Keyword Planner to find hot in-demand topics that come up that you can go out and market after. Let's show you how to do that. You're going to go to google.com. You're going to type in Keyword Planner, and then you're going to see the first link that comes up should be the one. It's going to say the Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Once you do that, you're going to come to a screen and you're going to click on Tools. Once you click on Tools, you're going to find this page which shows you Find New Keywords or Plan Your Budget. You want to click on Find New Keywords. I'm going to tell you what keywords you're going to put in there in a second. Then you're going to come to this page and you're going to enter your keyword in the box, and then Google is going to give you some ideas on things that you can type in there. Okay? Now, before I tell you about the power words and what they are, I want you guys to give me some ideas. What are some things that you think would be great how-to information products that you could sell on Amazon? Type those into the chat box. Let's see what you guys are thinking. And then I'll give you some of mine. Don't be shy. Okay, Ryan says cooking. Actually, that's great because there are, look at how many cooking shows there are. That tells you cooking is a great one. How to lose weight is great, Bill. I love that one. The only thing I'd say about that, it's one of the super ones. You can make very good money, but you're going to work to get there. We want to go a little bit easier. Amazon marketing for dummies. You know, I like to stay away from the how to make money type products and information or that type of product on Amazon. Those are better suited for, you know, email marketing and things like that. On Amazon, I just don't know. How to preserve food without electricity, that's a beautiful market. Amir, that's great for like preppers and people like that. Sports, anything sports is fantastic. You know, I have a student who's helping someone that, and I'm not going to mention what the sport is, but they're doing $50,000 a month in sales selling information in this particular sport. Basically, it's how to play the sport better. So athletes will always spend money on sports. How about running? How about, you know, how to be a better high jumper, how to play basketball, how to jump higher. Oh, antiques is great. That's another good market. That was Dale. Awesome. See, Ken, your guys are brilliant. These are great ideas. Now, let me give you some examples of what I like in terms of and how I think of what are good also. How about how to eat clean? See, that's also, Bill, this part of the weight loss, but it's a smaller niche within weight loss. So people who want to eat clean is going to be much easier to tap into than people who want to just lose weight. How to edit videos. Believe it or not, I found that there's a product in that space that's doing very well on Amazon. How to fall asleep. You may, and many of you guys may laugh at that one, but look at how big the sleep market is, where people are spending millions and millions of dollars on you know, supplements and things like that, and sleep studies, and, you know, the sleep apnea, CPAP machines. This is a very good niche. People struggle with that. I think we're getting some feedback from Ken there. Ken, can you hear me?
I hear you. You know what?
That
was me. I had unmuted myself. I'm muting myself again.
I forgive you. How about how to get rid of bed bugs? Do you think a hotel would pay any amount of money to learn how to get rid of bed bugs? Do you think someone who's got bed bugs in their house and they're getting chewed up every night would pay money to get that out there? Randy says, how to play piano by ear. Randy, I have a friend who makes millions a year in that niche. It's an absolutely fantastic market. Let's look at some more. How to get rid of acne. You think Proactiv makes $60 million a month because people don't want to learn how to get rid of acne? It is a huge market. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to create a product in the acne market because of the research that I've done. How to have twins. I kid you not. This was one of the things that came up from Google. There were, I forget how many thousands of people a month were searching for how to have twins. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I know the answer to that problem. You just have to do one thing twice as much. Now, I don't know if my wife is going to let me get some volunteers and create this product or not, but I know the solution to how to have twins. How about how to install a toilet? There's a phenomenal amount of people who search for how to install a toilet. How about how to increase your credit score? You guys think that's a big niche? I know a guy who is making $7 million a month in this niche, how to improve your credit score. How to lose weight, of course. How to lose belly fat. That's a better niche than how to lose weight. More specific, it's smaller, very less competition. So now it's time to pick our niche. Don't reinvent the wheel, folks. Don't try to be the person who comes up with a market that no one has ever heard about. You don't want that. You want to be in a market that already exists. Guys, type this into the chat box. Why do you think you need to go into a market that already exists? Why is that? Tell me what you guys think. One that has competition. Let's see what you guys think. Don't be shy. No answer is wrong. More ready buyers, says Sue. Follow the money, says Amir. Already has buyers. Yup. That's where the buyers are. Yup. It's a proven market. You guys are 100% correct. But I'm going to give you one other reason why you go after a market like that. Because it gives you somebody to copy. They've already done the work for you. If someone is selling a product, maybe they're selling it through ClickBank, they've got a huge Gravity, or they're selling it on some other website and selling, 1,000 copies, 2,000 copies, or they're making $1 million a year. Well, guess what? Whatever they're doing, whatever they said in their product, it's working. So don't reinvent the wheel. Sell what's already been selling, because all the work has already been done for you. You're going to model after it. So if it sells there, then it's going to sell here. If someone is selling it successfully on eBay, what we're going to do is look at what they're selling. We're going to repurpose the content. In other words, if they have a product about belly fat, well, we're going to create a product about belly fat. We're going to repurpose it. If they're selling it on eBay, we're going to move it to Amazon. If they're selling it on Google on their website or YouTube, we're going to move it on Amazon. Because if they can move a couple thousand units through Google, then we can move a couple thousand units to Amazon. The work has already been done. Don't reinvent the wheel. Repurpose the content. I'm going to tell you, this in itself should change your life. Repurpose the content. You don't have to start from the beginning. So sell what people are also looking for. When you go into the Google Keyword Planner, you type in that keyword. If Google tells you 10 people are searching for that, don't waste your time in that market. You should only be in a market where Google tells you they're already looking for it. Because if they're looking for it on Google, they're looking for it on Amazon. They're looking for it on eBay. They're looking for it everywhere else. So only sell what people are looking for. Now, I sell things that people aren't looking for, but I have to do a lot of marketing to move those units. When I sell what people are looking for, I don't have to do anything at all. Now, let's talk about creating your content. You've got some options here. Now, if you're a writer and you love writing, create it yourself. If you've got the subject matter expertise, create it yourself. No, nothing wrong with that. My first ebook, I did myself. My second one, I did myself. But I got smart. Now, before I tell you this, remember, if you're creating content, you're going to repurpose what's already out there. Don't reinvent the wheel. Now, the next thing is, when I got smart, I decided to outsource the creation of my content. I could spend 3 weeks writing something, or I could pay someone $100 to write it for me. And to give you an example of what people are willing to do the work for, I recently hired someone who has a PhD in writing. She wrote me a complete book for $142. I felt so guilty, I gave her $200. I gave her a $50 bonus for the work that she did. Folks, you're talking a six-figure product that I got created for $150 to $200. You cannot go wrong with that. So outsourcing is the fastest and easiest way, but there's nothing wrong with creating the content yourself also. Now, the next thing is, we need to create our listing on Amazon. This is the secret sauce to ranking your product on Amazon. Number one, we start with the market where people don't care. Number two, it's our title. Now, in Amazon, it's all in the keywords. Okay? Now, this is the other reason why we started with doing some keyword research in Google. We're going to use those keywords to create our listing. Now, Let me explain the dilemma and the opportunity. Most people search for solutions to a problem, not for the product. Okay? Most people search for the solution to a problem, not for a product. The problem is most marketers, they focus and sell their product by the name of the product and not by what people are searching for. So that creates a vacuum of opportunities. People are searching for a product. The marketers are selling by the name. So there's a disconnect. A lot of times the right products don't show up. So let's talk about how do we create our title. Let's pretend we're creating a product and it's a time management course. Now I want you guys to tell me which one of these two titles is a better one for Amazon. Title number A, How CEOs Get More Things Done in an Afternoon, The Secret to Super Productivity, or Title B, Time Management Course for CEOs, How to Increase Productivity and Get More Things Done in an Afternoon. Which one of those two do you think is a better title to use in Amazon? By the way, those are two very good titles. They're both excellent. Which one do you think, and why do you think what you think? Rich says B, George says B, Gwen says A because it's shorter. Amir says A. Amir says describes a solution to a problem. Lalita, hopefully I pronounced that right, says A. Believe it or not, most of you guys are saying A. Let me tell you which one is correct and why. B is the correct answer. B is way better for Amazon than A. Even though A, I think, is a more powerful headline, B has the keywords in it. Let me show you. Remember, Amazon shows your listings based on the keyword. Now remember what our product is. It's a time management course. Look at A. The words time management is nowhere in there. So guess who you're not going to be found by? The people looking for a time management course. So on B, people searching for time management will find us. People searching for a time management course will find us. People who type in how to time management will find us. People who type in how to increase productivity will find us. People who type in get things done will find us. Now, CEOs, afternoon, those are what we call filler words. They do absolutely zero for the listing. It just makes the listing look a little bit more sexier. But when you look at the keywords, B is all keywords. That means, yes, A is a powerful headline, but the buyers aren't going to find you. The people looking for a time management course is not going to find you. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand that? Awesome. Good. So remember, Amazon is all about the keywords. Why do you think I got so many sales so fast? I had the right product and I had the right title. This is why I didn't have to do any marketing. Guys, you know how long it takes to write a title like this? If it takes you 5 minutes, you did something wrong. It doesn't take a lot of time. So now let's talk about scaling your business now, because once you start to make money, you want to scale. The first way is to sell more of what you're already selling. And that is this. Instead of 10 units of product A, what if we could sell 20 units of product A? Remember I told you initially, I said, boy, I'm making $374. If I could do this 50 different ways, I'm going to be happy. So I was going to come up with 50 different products. And then I said, you know what? Before I go to that, let's see if I could sell more of the same product before I start creating additional product. Well, that's a way easier model because I'm already selling the product. I don't have to create anything new. So instead of selling 10 units a day, let's see if you can go to sell 20 units per day. This is the easiest scaling model as, again, you're already starting with something that's working. You already know your product is selling 10. It's already a working model. Now, model number 2, which is also a model that I'm in love with, but I think that's the second step for you, is find new products in different markets. Okay, once you've maxed out product number 1, now let's go after product number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So product 1 does 5K a month, product 2 does 5K a month, products 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 do 5K a month, and what do you have? You've got yourself a $50,000 a month business, although it's only $5,000 at a time. You're going after these little markets that nobody cares about, and you do enough of them, and you've got yourself a six-figure business. Let me ask you this. Does your bank care whether the money's coming in 5K at a time or if it's coming $50,000 at a time? Hopefully you don't mind how it gets there long as it gets there. Now, the next thing is the upsell. Now, I know you're thinking, upsell on Amazon? How the heck could you do an upsell on Amazon? And guess what? You can't. The best person to sell to is someone who's already purchased from you. They just purchased your product. They say, I trust this person enough to buy their product. This is the best time to make yourself an upsell. Let Amazon drive your sales and use the Amazon delivery system to upsell your customers more product with zero advertising cost. So in March, I decided to do something. I created something called the Better Customer Experience. Amazon is a great selling system, but it's pretty cold. You know, it's a machine. They're robots. So I said, what if I can create a better experience for the customer? In other words, what if I can humanize the sales experience? What if I can personalize the sales experience? Would that increase my sales? Can I upsell them more things? And let's show you what happened when I implemented my Better Customer Experience program in March. Now, if you remember, in February, I did $2,500 in sales. In March, boom, $3,871.23 in sales. I said, okay, this thing is working. By the way, folks, I fully automated, absolutely zero time on my part. It took me about an hour and a half to set it up, but once I did that hour and a half, absolutely zero work on my part. It's fully automated. I've got emails and things going out to the customers who buy. Basically, it's like an AWeber for Amazon.com buyers. So these emails are going out to them without me doing any work whatsoever. Then let's look at April. April 1st to April 31st, we did $4,913 in sales. Again, holy cow, this thing is working. So that my Better Customer Experience has doubled my sales in less than 2 months. Let's look at what month is this? This is May. May 1st to May 31st, we did $4,961.79. Again, pretty consistent. Same thing with June, $4,865 in sales. This is working. And not only is it working, you look at the last 3 months. We look at April, May, and in June. If I worked a total of 3 hours for those 3 months, that would be a lot. That's how powerful this system is. So here's also what happened. From August when I started to March, I had a total of 10 reviews. My average reviews was a 3.5. So I had about 5 that were really good 5 stars and like 2 that were 3 stars and like 3 that were 1 stars. So I implemented my system in March, and then from April to August, I did 61 reviews. We are now at 84 reviews. So in less than 1 month, I did another 20 reviews. I went from a 3.5 average review to 4.5, almost a perfect 5-star review. That's how good my system is working. Now, here is the next thing. Now, this is something that's advanced. Not really advanced, it's more powerful. This is what helps me sell at much higher price points than what everybody else is selling. I will create a kit. And let me tell you what the kit is. You take 2 products, your information product and another product, and you combine them to form a kit. And let me tell you why that's powerful. You just created something that doesn't exist on Amazon. You're the only game in town. So when when someone does that keyword search and your product is listed on that page with everybody else, guess what? Your product stands out like a sore thumb. It's 100% better than everybody else's, right? So guess what you get? You get more traffic. You get more clicks. You're getting more conversions. Then you implement my Better Customer Experience program. You're getting more reviews. As you're getting more reviews, you're moving up the ladder in Amazon. As you move up the ladder, you get more clicks. You get more clicks. You get more sales. I call it the perfect avalanche of profitability. That is what having a kit and using the perfect customer experience can do for you. Now, a kit basically is the most profitable thing you can sell on Amazon. You take two items that are worth $10, you combine them, and you sell them for $20 to $30, right? Basically, you've increased the value. That's how people buy. They buy based on value. So let me ask you guys a question. Are you enjoying this training so far? Has this been good? See what you guys think. Awesome, awesome. You guys are loving it. Hey, I'm loving it. I'm having fun. Ken invited me here, and I told you guys I wanted to make sure that it was good for you guys.
You're doing great. I'm hearing this part of it again, and I'm just like, wow, it's great. Absolutely great.
And you know what I really love? Like I told you guys, I have ADD, so being able to sit and work on a project for 10, 20 hours, I just can't do it. My brain does not function like that. So for me to have a business that I can have bringing me $8,000 a month in sales, and that's where we're at right now. We're about $8,000 to $8,500. Just 1 year into the business, that's what we're doing monthly, and I've done zero marketing so far to do that. So to me, that is awesome any day. So what did we cover? We covered secret number one. How you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have no experience. I showed you, very important, small untapped markets are more profitable than large markets, which is completely opposite to everything we've ever been taught about internet marketing. And then number three is why selling information is something that no one is thinking about on Amazon. It's easy to create. You can create an information product for Amazon in as little as an hour and a half to 2 hours. Why would you not do that? So information is the way to go with Amazon. So the question is, who wants to take things to the next level? Are you excited? Do you want to take things to the next level? Let me tell you what I have for you. Put "I'm ready" in the chat box if you are ready to take things to the next level. We're getting a whole bunch of yeses, yeses, yeses. That is awesome. Let me tell you about our course called the Amazon Profit System. And basically, I'm going to tell you exactly what's in the course, what you're going to learn, and why you want to get your hands on this breakthrough course. And I'm going to teach you exactly how I built my business from zero to over $8,500 a month in sales in less than 1 year, from zero to $3,000 a month in sales in less than 60 to 90 days. So we're going to learn how to create an Amazon income stream without spending a lot of money, allowing you to make more money online than you ever made with less effort without the same struggles of building a normal internet business. Here's what you're going to get. Number one, you're going to get the complete home study program. You're going to log in, and you're going to learn exactly how I built this business. I'm going to show you how to find the profitable markets. Now remember I said the key is to go out and repurpose what's already making money. Don't worry about trying to create a market that no one's thinking about, that has no sale. No, 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 no. We're going to go where the money is. When we do that, we make money instantly. I'm going to show you a strategy I use to absolutely guarantee success. So every market that I go into is going to be a winner following this simple process. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm also going to show you how to create your content in an afternoon, and I'm also going to show you how to outsource that content as well. Because the point of doing this is not to spend the next 6 months building a business, it's to have it up and running by next Monday. That's the point of this whole process here. I'm going to show you how I create kits for maximum profitability. Now, you don't have to create a kit. You can do this traditional way, and I'll show you that as well. But I'm going to show you how to build a kit because I think that's where you're going to make the most money. I'm going to show you exactly how to do the keyword research, and you're going to watch me put a listing together so you can create a listing exactly how I write my listings as well. And then I'm going to show you how to rank instantly, because that's what you want. You want to launch your product on Monday and have a sale coming in on Tuesday. As you can see, my first sale, $9.95, came within 24 hours of my listing going live. I never thought I'd make that quick, but what I'm showing you works, and so you can do the exact same thing. And then I'm going to show you how to scale that business. So once you've got your sales coming in, how do you scale it and take it to the next level? Now, many people ask me, how is the content delivered? The training is in the members area, so after you finish watching the training tonight and you get started, you're going to be able to go through the members area and start going through the training. You can go through it all tonight if you want to. You can go through it over the next week if you want to, the next 6 months if you want to. It's totally up to you, but it's designed that you can go through everything very, very fast. Again, you can start immediately after the webinar. Now, if you've got a question, we've got a private Q&A section in the members area, and those questions come to me. I don't have an admin who answers those questions. So any questions you have, just shoot them over. I will answer those personally. Now, if you've got an administrative question, that's going to be more for my admin, and that's more like, hey, my login is not working, or something like that. You know, if that's the question you have, send it to my admin. She will take care of that. If it's a marketing question, an Amazon question, use the form. That will come to me. You get lifetime access to the training, and I also allow you to log in with one of your partners. And I've always had partners, and I've always hated it when I buy a product and only one person could log in, so I do allow you and a partner to go in at the same time. Matter of fact, it's a good idea to have a business partner that you work with. So here's what you're going to get. The complete step-by-step training program, the Amazon Profit System. Total value of the program is $1,997. That's what this program is worth. When I speak from stage, this is what it's going to be selling for. Now, let's talk about some bonuses. Bonus number one, I am going to give you my perfect customer experience. I'm going to give you the whole thing. So for getting started today, I'm going to show you exactly what we did, how we automated it, and how it took our sales from $3,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 a month in sales, more importantly, on 100% autopilot. I'm going to show you exactly how we did that. That's bonus number one. Total value for that is $897. So far, what you get is the complete home study program, which is a $1,997 value, and the Creating the Perfect Customer Experience, $897 value, for a total value of $2,894. Now, let's talk about, money. And what is money? Money replenishes itself. Every month you get a paycheck. And you go out and you pay for your groceries, you go out and you go to the movies, you do all kinds of things with money. And what happens the next week? You get another paycheck. It comes back. So let me ask you, does your time work the same way, right? If your daughter or son have, some kind of, a play or something to go to and you can't make it because you've got to work, does that time come back to you? And the answer is no, it doesn't. So money replenishes itself. What you want to do is get started with this program, but don't take your mortgage money to get started. Use some of that disposable income that you use to go to Starbucks or to the movies. Use that to better your life and get this program and get started. You're always going to make that back. Now, bonus number two, we had a lot of requests for this. People were asking me, how do I outsource? Well, guess what? We created a complete module that's going to show you exactly how to outsource the whole program. This module is perfect for, if you're someone who says, I don't want to do any of the work. Maybe you've got more, to some folks, you have more money than time. So for you, this is perfect. Or maybe you live outside of the United States and you want to sell to the United States. By the way, you could sell to Amazon. Let's say you're in Australia, you could sell to Amazon US. If you're in the US, you could sell to Amazon Australia. You could sell to Amazon UK. As a matter of fact, the next market we are going into is Amazon UK. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. But maybe you say, I don't want to do any of that work. I want to outsource it. I want to get somebody else to do that. So bonus number 2 is I'm going to teach you how to outsource 100% of the process. That's a $497 value. So again, you're going to get the complete step-by-step home study program, $1,997 value. You're going to get the Creating the Perfect Experience, $897 value, and how to outsource everything. That's a $497 value. Total value, $3,391. Now I'm going to tell you something. Information alone is not the answer. Right? We all buy information. We buy a lot of information. But I'm going to tell you what, that alone is not enough. In the last 90 minutes, we've shared a ton of information with you. But as you know, that's not going to save you. You need this home study program because that's what's going to help you get to that next level. You have to take action. Bonus number 3, I'm going to give you my secret advanced strategy. Right? I'm going to show you a strategy that I use to get people to buy multiple products from me at the same time. This one is super powerful. Some of the big companies use this, a lot of small companies don't, but the way that I use it to get the customer to buy more than one product from me at the same time. So imagine someone's on Amazon and they buy, basically you're doing the upsell right there in front of them. So that's a secret advanced strategy. That's $897 value. And bonus number 4, and by the way, this bonus is only going to be available to the first 15 people who take action. You'll see why I can't make this available to everyone. By the way, this is not going to be in the members area because not everyone gets this. You will get a separate link for that. That is the Amazon upsell. How do we let Amazon make our initial sale for us, and then we let Amazon deliver our sales message that upsells the customer to buy our other product? This is where you want to start thinking about, you ready for this? A membership site. Imagine having a membership site where Amazon makes the first sale for you. Then Amazon delivers a message that you created that gets the customer to sign up into your membership site where they're paying you $30, $40, $50 a month. I will show this to you. This is absolutely powerful. This takes you to the complete next level. Now, total value, again, the first 15 people only, is going to be $997. Now, let's look at money or excuses. And, look at it this way. People in life, they can have one of two things. They can either have money or they can have excuses. You can't have both, right? And that's okay. Some people, maybe they like excuses. I don't know. And right now, you've got 2 options. Option number 1 is you can sign up and get started, and you can make more money online than you've ever made. Or option number 2 is you can come up with some excuse. I can give you hey, this is not right for me because I can't afford it because. You can keep doing that, and then you can wake up tomorrow and ask yourself, what has changed in my life? When my dad told me when we were kids, he said, in this country, anything is possible. And he says, don't make excuses, go after what you want in life and you get it. That's why I've been fortunate to have everything I've ever dreamt of. And I learned that from my dad, an immigrant from Haiti making $1 an hour who now retired with $70,000 a year in income and bought the last 2 houses that he bought. He bought cash. Imagine when he went to the bank and they said to him, Mr. Caesar, how do you plan on paying for this? He said, and he has a very heavy accent, I'll write you a check. So I learned you can have money or excuses, but you can't have both. So again, what is everything you're going to get? The complete home study program, $1,997. Creating the Perfect Experience, $897 value. You get to learn how to outsource everything, $497 value. My secret strategy, $897 value. And my Amazon upsell system, which is only available to the first 15 people who get started, that's a total of $5,285. And if all you did was launch one product, you got started today, and you launched one product that made you an additional $1,000 $2,000 a month. Imagine if my product was still only making me $375 a month. Would that be worth $5,285 to make $374 a month for the rest of your life? Absolutely it is, but you're not going to pay $5,285. Now, let's show you July. Now, I wanted to be transparent and show you guys real stats that are recent. I didn't want to, show you something from 10 years ago. This is recent, okay? So in July, again, my perfect customer experience is working like gangbusters, $6,639. Here's another screenshot, $7,214. August 14th, Amazon sent me $2,326. And by this point, I forget what date this was taken, they already owe me $1,950. Last 30 days, $7,214 in sales. Guys, that's what we call powerful. So I want you with me to say goodbye, right? All you guys have been trying to make more money online in less time, right? You're trying to do it with less time, less effort. I want you right now with me to say goodbye. Say goodbye to struggling online. Say goodbye to working hard, trying to make money. Let's do things the smarter way. Let's build a business and tap into Amazon and let them do all the work. All I have to do is come up with a new idea if I want to, right? Say goodbye to the struggles. Let Amazon do that for you. Now, I also want to give you a 30-day guarantee. If Amazon Profit System doesn't help you with exactly everything that I've outlined here, then allow me to buy it back with no questions asked. But I'm going to tell you something. You take action, there is nothing to keep you from being successful on Amazon. All you have to do is take action with what I'm going to teach you and change your life. Now, to get started now with the Amazon Profit System, for just one payment of $497, what you want to do is go to www.amazonprofitsystem.com/Ken K. Ken, if you can, type that into the chat box. Now, I get people who ask me all the time, there's other courses that teach Amazon that are $5,000 and $6,000. Why are you doing yours so cheap? Well, I don't look at it as so cheap. I know what it's like to start from absolutely nothing. So I said, you know something? I don't want to put people through what I went through. But I also don't want to devalue and give this for $50 because I can't afford at $50 to give you the attention that I'm going to give you. So I said, I don't want 10,000 customers. I'd rather get 1,000 customers at $497 and get the real serious folks who are ready to take action and be able to help you turn that into a $3,000 a month business. So I didn't want to gouge you by charging you $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 like some of the other products out there. I wanted to be able to help you. Now, we've got the bonus for the first 15 people. I got to let you know we can only accept 25 people into the program. Number one is because of the level of attention. When you send me a question, I answer that personally. I don't have an admin to answer those, so I'm limited as to the number of people I can let into the program on a monthly basis. But I'm also going to give you another bonus, and that is we're going to do 2 group trainings with me, and you get access to those group trainings for free, and the first one is going to be this week coming up. We only have 25 spots available. I just cannot handle big calls because I'm limited as to how many people I can help at one given time. That's a $500 value. So you have 2 choices today. You can go about your business, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and it's just another day. It'll be Groundhog Day. It's the same day as today. Or you can just make a decision to change your life and take action and get your hands on the Amazon Profit System. So let's recap what you're going to get. The Home Study Program, $1,997 value. The Creating the Perfect Customer Experience, that's an $897 value. You get to learn how to outsource everything and do no work, that's $497 value. You get my Secret Advanced Strategy, $897 value. My Amazon Upsell System, which teaches you how to put people into a membership site from Amazon. And oh, by the way, if you're saying to yourself, I don't know how to run a membership site, I just decided I'm going to create a complete training just for you guys to teach you how to build, manage, and run a membership site. That's going to be something extra. Again, the first 15 people will get that. That's a $997 value. Again, total value $5,285. So to get started, again, one payment of $497. You're going to go to azonprofitsystem.com/Ken K. By the way, if you need a payment option, we do have a payment option on that page. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, we do have two links way at the bottom that are for PayPal if you wanted to do PayPal. So my question to you right now is this. Are you in or are you out? This is not one of those things that you need to take 3 years to make a decision. If you're out, that's okay. We are still friends. I still love you. We'll still have a drink together on the cruise if you go. But if you're in, then make that decision to be in. Be happy with that decision. Go through the training. Take action. And if you have a question, I want you to shoot them over to me immediately and allow me to help you build that Amazon business. So right now, decide. You're in or you're out. Don't stress over this decision, right? And either one that you pick is okay. Hopefully you pick to be in, and we can work together, and we can build a long-lasting relationship. So again, go to azonprofitsystem.com/Ken K. Ken, I don't know if we have some questions or if you've got time for some questions, but we can take a few if you're available.
I'm with you. So if you guys have questions, pop them in the chat. I don't see any questions coming through. I see all sorts of I'm ready's and I'm ins. So between Ryan and Bill and George and Rick and Ted and Sandra, I'm seeing a lot of I'm ins coming through. You guys are already trained for I'm ins. But if you have questions, pop them in the chat. Wait a minute. Actually, no, there was one earlier. Let me see if I can find it here. I thought there was one. Let's see. No, I guess I'm wrong. There's so many comments here. You guys have been really, really great with participation. Let me just see. If you guys have other questions, pop them in the chat so I can get to them here. Okay, yeah. George wants to know, can you give us examples of kits?
Okay, so there are several different kits that you can put together, but the easiest one would be, imagine taking something like, let's say you're doing a product in weight loss, right? And most people put one product together, right? If you've ever purchased anything from, okay, perfect example of a kit. If you've ever purchased anything from TV, like on late night, that's a kit. Notice how they come with a CD. It might have a DVD with it. Maybe it has a little handbook, or maybe it comes with a journal, right? Those are kits. That's why they're able to sell them for so high on TV. That goes to show you that kits work, because the infomercial guys aren't making millions because kits don't work. They put these things together, they bundle them together because it makes the product look a whole lot more valuable. Now, your kit could also be more than one CD. You take 2 or 3 of them and put them together, there's your kit. Okay, so we're following what's working in the offline world.
Awesome. I think that's a smart, and that's what blew my mind. Jeff wants to know, does outsourcing training include how and where to get services?
100%, yes.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be a giant key, you guys, to being effective. You shouldn't have to do everything yourself at all. In fact, I want to talk to you about where you got that person write the book for $150. I mean, that's just like, I need that. Are there specific criteria? Gwen wants to know this. Are there specific criteria to sell on Amazon? In other words, does Amazon require you to do anything?
No, I mean, there's a couple categories in Amazon that you're going to stay away from, like medical stuff, because you're going to have to get a lot of permission. Remember, we're not going after the hard stuff. I want the easy pickings. So criterias, none. As long as it's not, medical, food items are going to be issues. But the cool thing is all the categories where you have to get those extra permissions are none that we're 100% away from those categories, not even looking at those.
Cool. I got a few people that are wanting to actually see examples of Amazon products and listings that you either, well, I got people asking to see what you're doing, and I'm sure you probably don't want to share what you're exactly doing, but they want to see examples of some of the products that would make the ideas more concrete.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what we go through in the training. And we do cover that extensively. So trust me when I tell you, it's information. Think about it. Think of any information product that's out there. ClickBank has thousands of information. By the way, I'm going to show you how to find what are the best ones and where to go get them. But there's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of things that people want to learn. Anything someone wants to learn can be put on a CD. Anything. Even if it's learn how to do landscaping, you can put it on a CD. Learn how to, build a fish tank. You can put that on a CD and create a kit around it. So remember, it's nothing complicated. It's information. And the reason we go that route, because I don't have to, go in and private label some product and take 6 months to get my product and do that. Now I can make that by tomorrow and be online. That's why we like that. George says CD, audio, DVD, doesn't matter, either one.
Yeah.
You want to do CD, you want to do audio, you want to do DVD. If you want to sit in front of the camera, either one is good. Either one.
The beauty I love about this is that you don't have to worry about all of the madness that comes from ordering the boxes and the bottles and the potions and the lotions and all the different things that go with it. And this is I think so much safer, less risky. There's not any significant inventory to deal with. I mean, just much easier.
Yes, because if you look at all the other models that are being taught, right? They all say, let's private label some product.
Exactly.
And let me tell you what private labeling costs. It might be cheap to do the private labeling, but they're not going to private label if you just want 2 units. You have to buy 1,000 units, 2,000 units. Now, you bought that 1,000 units, you sent it to Amazon. You have no idea if anybody wants whatever widget you just bought. So with this model, we're not private labeling anything. So I can get started with 5 units that cost me $2 to make, $10 in cost, and I'm in business. It's a much simpler model. It's a much easier model and more profitable.
Yeah, so much less risk. And the thing is, if it works great, you make more. But there's no reason to have to fill your garage with stuff. I mean, it's craziness. How many products are you now selling that are making $7,000?
Believe it or not, we're just on our second product now.
That's crazy.
There were a few that we tested and we sold out, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I had 15 units and it took me a month and a half to sell 15 units. The only reason I stopped selling that particular product is because I said, you know what? If it took me that long to sell 15 units, how long would it take me to sell 100 units? So, yes, the logic is backwards because I could still sell 100 units and blow through them in a year, but I said, let me go after what's going to make me a little bit more money. So, like I said, you don't need a lot of product. It's a complete reversal of what you're being taught. Complete reversal.
Yeah, sometimes it just makes sense to be counterintuitive and to do what people aren't doing. I mean, some of the other Amazon courses have really been about the private label and find the product. I've got a friend who's selling a kitchen gadget that she's marketing at the top end of the sphere, and that's his only one product. I like this business and this model so much better. When I first heard about this a few weeks back, I was on fire. How many of you guys, just pop in the chat, how many of you guys are on fire about this? Because this just, I mean, it's so simple to me. And when Greg tells me he's working only a couple hours a month on each of the products, it's just like, really? I mean, it's incredible. Because once it's done, it's in the can. It's an information product now. And if you followed me for as long as you've been around on our list, for example, being part of our community, I love information products because they're not perishable. I mean, they last through the sands of time, and if things change, if it's a technology thing or whatever, you just update it. So Catherine's saying, very interesting. That's why I asked you to come on to this call, Catherine, because it was something I thought could make a big difference for you in your business. So my coaching people are jumping into the chat and they're going, glad you sent me. so, so,
And, and you know what I was going to say too? The other model works. Don't get me wrong. You know, the private labeling model works phenomenally well. It's just that if you want an easier way, something that you can do without having the huge outlay of cash, then that model is not for you. You know, this is a much easier model to do. We know information will always sell. It sold 100 years ago. It's going to sell 100 years from today. And by the way, you're better off picking a market that's what's an evergreen market. And
yes.
by evergreen, I mean, you know, how to do Facebook. Well, guess what? By next week, your content is out of date,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But how to take care of your lawn, right? That's never going to change. What you put on your lawn 100 years ago is what you're still doing today.
Yeah.
So you pick markets that are evergreen because that means you're going to be making money forever.
Yeah. Big difference, right? Gwen's got a great question. You answered this earlier, but
Yep.
let's talk about it again. How much money will a person need to get started aside from just getting into the system?
If you decide to do everything yourself, in other words, I know how to create content, or maybe I can find some PLR. I mean, let me tell you this. I get a lot of questions about PLR, private label rights. Remember, this is Amazon, so you don't want to put junk up there. Got to have good quality. So if you can create your content yourself, or if you've got subject matter expertise in some subject, then your only cost is the cost of making a couple CDs and buying a couple products. You might be $20 to $30 in cost. That's it. If you decide to outsource it, well, in that case, you're going to have someone who's going to create your content for you. You might pay $100, $200 for that, and then you're going to have your CDs and stuff like that. So maybe you're $100 to $150 in cost. Either way, you have no business spending a lot of money to make this work.
And I got to tell you, knowing Greg is very, very frugal. Greg, very frugal. you know, so when he talks about using just a few dollars, he's not kidding. Okay. Paul says, unless you live in California, there you paint the lawns. Can you create how to paint lawns in a drought? You know, test it.
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna laugh, but I saw that on TV the other day, and I said, man, that would be a great product. I wonder if I can figure out how to do that.
Wow.
I really did. I saw that on TV that they actually paint the grass, and it lasts for like 6 or 7 months or something, or 6 weeks. Then you paint it again. Well, what if there was a way to teach people how to do that themselves? They would buy it like crazy.
There you go, Rafael. That's so funny. That's so funny. Any other questions, you guys? So how many of you guys are in? I can't see anything. I see a few people that said I'm in and I'm playing. How many of you are joining us for the live training coming up? Because I want to see you on there with me. Just pop in the chat. Here we go. Steve's got a question. While you guys pop in the chat, how much money will a person? Oh, where's Steve saying? When someone searches a topic in Amazon Books, will your physical product come up in the search results?
That's the beauty of this system. What's going to happen is you're going to come up, especially if you do a kit, you're going to come up on the book side, and you're also going to come up on the physical side.
Isn't that amazing?
So you're getting double the traffic now. You'll see when you go through the training. We do the searches, and you see exactly what happens from what I'm showing you guys.
We think about the power of that. It's sort of like it's marking your territory. And think about the credibility that comes with having your name all over Amazon. That means you matter, and that gives you a lot more social proof. It's just huge. Catherine's in, Gwen's in.
So imagine this. You're being found on both sides of Amazon, right? So you're getting double the eyeballs. Because you've created a product that nobody has, you're getting double the clicks.
Yeah.
And guess what? You've created a product of much higher value. So you're getting double the traffic, double the clicks at double the price.
Yeah. That's a huge thing.
That's a win-win combination.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Paula, PayPal is at the bottom of your screen. Scroll down and you'll see the 2 PayPal options. They're in there. As I just looked at the page. And,
Yeah, way at the bottom.
yeah, and let's see, there was something else that was a question somewhere. Oh yeah, great question from Rafal. People have less and less CD players. In fact, my new Mac doesn't have a CD player in it at all. So do you provide content in download format or on flash drive?
You don't want to do flash drive or I mean, maybe flash drive if you wanted to, but not as a download, because remember, download is a very low perceived value. You're only going to get $2 for that product.
Huh.
Now, that may be a great test. That may be something I'm going to test. What happens if I, don't have it on a CD? Because I look at it this way. There's some will, some won't, so what? But I'll be honest with you, that's a great test. I may actually test that and see what happens if I add the product on a flash drive. That may increase my sales. It may not change the sales. If it doesn't change the sales, I'm not going to do it anymore. But if it increases the sales, I may take you out to lunch, whoever said that. Who said that?
That was Rafal.
Rafal, you may get a free lunch on me if that thing increases my sales. But you know what? As a marketer, I will tell you something. I always say this. Good marketers know that we don't know. We're willing to test to find out what does the marketplace say. That's the only way we know for sure. We put it out there and see how they vote with their wallets.
Yeah, for sure. Couple other questions from our buyers now. Jeff wants to know when he gets access and if he's in the first 15. And Scott wants to know if he's in the first 25.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, I've got,
One sec.
got Catherine filling out her credit card, and I've
Gotta try to get this.
Yeah, I'm seeing everyone's asking where they stand.
Let me check here.
We have a lot of excited people right now. See you guys, this is exactly why I was so thrilled about this, because to me this is just so super cool. And the opportunity for us to be making a bunch more money on Amazon than what the other folks are doing in the easier way, I think it's huge. I think it's totally huge.
Okay, looks like we are at about 7 or 8 people. So by the time you send out the replay, I would assume that by, what is today? Thursday?
Yeah.
By Saturday or Monday, we may be done with the first 15.
But today's Wednesday for you guys. It's Thursday morning for me.
Oh yeah, today is Wednesday. So maybe by Friday or Saturday, we might be down. And what we'll do is on the replay page, once we hit the number, we'll just the link will be down on the replay page. That's all we'll do.
Cool. Great. That'll work. Good. So you guys are hitting it good for taking action. You're getting rewarded. Congratulations.
And the thing I tell people is, don't overthink anything you see in the members area. Your brain is going to tell you it can't be this simple, so you're going to look for the complication or the complicated stuff. It is not. It really isn't. It is really that simple. It's really that easy, and your brain is going to play tricks on you and say, there's no way something like this could be that easy, or something this profitable can be that easy, but it really is. Do not overcomplicate. Do not overthink. It's right there for you.
Yeah, I got to second that. Greg is the master of simplicity. I'm on a personal basis, I'm the master of taking simplicity and making it complicated. Personally, don't do that. Just take 2 pills and call me in the morning. Follow what Greg says. Follow what Greg says. Rafal has another question. The system is to source a simple product and bundle it with info product, or just about info products.
Both. You can do just the info product, but and you can do multiple info products, or you can bundle with a simple product and skyrocket the perceived value.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Catherine has made that comment. She said, I'm registered. This should help sell my physical products with a smiley, which is, again, exactly right. And that customer experience that Catherine, you and I talked about after I hung up with Greg, same idea. Same idea. So, yeah, Catherine and I were talking about this, and when you and I finished our conversation, Greg, I was like, I got on with her, and I was like, you got to do this. You got to get on this webinar. It's being scheduled in a few weeks. You got to. So, so yeah, I mean, people that I know that are doing Amazon, I send individual emails of like, you need to be here for this thing. So yeah, for sure. Um, so when they order now, because we've got a bunch of people that said that they're in and they're and so on, they're going to get automatically. You have an autoresponder that's going to give them their access within just a few minutes.
Yeah, so once you sign up, you should get an email with the link. The page you're on is the login page, but whatever username and password you choose, that's what you're going to enter. And if you're in the first 15, you'll know you are because you'll see on the left-hand side of the page, you'll see the links for the bonuses. So if you see the membership link there, then that means you're one of the first 15. So you'll be able to tell that you made it by seeing the links.
Perfect. Okay. Other questions, you guys? So I want to congratulate you guys, by the way, that are joining us. You gave up on the Donald Trump show, but of course that'll be available for replay. I think this is a lot more profitable. A lot more profitable.
Yes.
And more fun.
Donald will. Yeah, that way you can say, who cares? I don't need Donald. I've got my own.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
Now,
exactly. Let's kill the drama and just start making money, having fun. And that really,
now let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me tell you how much this is near and dear to my heart, what I'm teaching you. My son just started college this year, and I said to him, you need to come on into your own, son. My dad gave me the foundations, and he told me to go out and do it. And I said, I need you to start earlier than I did. And I said, but here's the challenge. And I said, there's 3 things I think you can do. I said, number 1, start a web design business. Number 2, start an affiliate marketing business. I said, the third one is Amazon. And I said, out of the 3, I want you to start with Amazon because that's the only one that will allow you to continue to be a student without taking time away from your studies. That is exactly what I told my son about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So he's now he's been in school 2 weeks now. So he says he's going to do a couple weeks just to get acclimated with school, and then he wants to start his Amazon business. And I said, okay, I'm there for you when you're ready. So this is something I told my own child to do. That's how powerful this is.
I remember that conversation too. Check Jeff's question, by the way, Greg. In terms of access, you may need to take it.
If you did the 2-pay, if he did the 2-pay, Jeff, on Amazon on PayPal, then for whatever reasons, the 2-pay I have to add you manually. So I'll go in and do that after the webinar.
Okay, perfect. Anything else, you guys? Anything else, you guys? Once again, I put the link in the chat for those of you that have been asking again, so you can just click on that and make it easy. And if you have people that you know that would benefit from this, I'll send you a link to a replay. That'll be up within the next few hours. And I'll make sure that you guys have an email so you can pass it on to people that you know. This is something you want to share. I mean, as you can tell why I shared it with you, this is something that you want to share. It's that cool. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so take a look at Jeff and Scott, some of the access questions. We'll double check and make sure that all of you guys have your access to make sure you get in. So, and for me, you guys, when I bought it, it took me, I guess, about 10 minutes or so before I was able to get in. So it may just be email delays. Okay. Other questions? I'm looking forward to hearing what you're doing on the live call. That's going to be great. I just hope, Greg, that you're not doing it in the middle of the afternoon Eastern time, so that it's not the middle of the night for me. That's all I got to say.
I have no problem. We could do it we can do an 8 p.m. call.
Okay, we can schedule it.
Yeah, Yep.
Rafael's going to be coming in. Great. Yeah, you definitely want to get in, Rafael, especially you, because we're going to have you sell a paint your grass green product for sure.
Now, that's an example of, see, in marketing, I always tell people, you just got to find what the people want and you give it to them. Rafael, I know we joked about it, but that's a very serious market right now for folks in that California area. It's a serious drought. Nobody wants a brown lawn. You can A, hire a company, or B, figure out how to do it on your own. If you can come up with that solution, they would pay you handsomely because now that's not an evergreen market. You may be out of, you're selling 1,000 units a month now, but in a year and a half when it's raining again, you're down to 1 unit a month. But that could be a very hot business right now. That's why you see those companies popping up left and right. As a marketer, you've got to start training yourself to spot those kinds of opportunities. See, I'm really good at spotting those kinds of opportunities,
Yes, you are.
but I've been looking for a while. Yeah,
You,
yeah.
that's why when I talk to you, it's like literally I got to record it.
And you really do record.
I
You
do.
did that last week.
I did. I did. Well, the funny thing is, you and I talked. I don't know. This had to be about 2 years ago now. I was sitting at the Le Meridian Hotel, um, talking to you, and for whatever reason, the damn thing didn't record, and you were just pumping stuff out left and right, and bam, and bam, and I was like, I got it covered. Don't just keep talking, Greg. I can handle it. It never recorded. I never told you this, and I was just devastated. I was like, oh my god. So you guys just understand what when you get into the world of Greg Caesar, really it's kind of miraculous the way that ideas pop and the way money shows up. So I'm really encourage you not just to really enroll in the course right now, but also to go through it and to participate and to join us on the live calls because truly, when you're in the moment with us, it's just amazing. It really is, and it's something that you will absolutely really thrill on. So I will encourage that. Okay, kids. Anything else? We've got Jeff. We got your transaction number, so Greg will check into that when we get off. If it was PayPal, let me just have to be manual. But
Okay, I will check that out.
we'll make sure you guys all have access. So anyway, some of you are going to be doing some homework tonight. I can already tell some of you are going to want to start going through it immediately. That's what I want from you guys. I got to tell you, I love people that take action, and it's not just action by buying; it's action by buying and consuming. That's the big difference. A lot of people get stuff. They'll throw their credit cards and they'll buy something, and they'll get the download, and they're like, okay, now I'm done. But use this, put this to use. I want, Greg has testimonials, but frankly, I want testimonials that people can say, I came to one of Ken's events, and the referral made me, $10,000 a month. I want you to be able to say that I sent you here. I mean, that means a lot too. So, this is important for me. I want your success because as being a member of the Institute for Totalpreneurship, my objective for you is to have that element of freedom. I shot a video just before we started this presentation today. That was that background noise you heard. I thought I was muted. I was trying to edit it to get it posted real fast. Um, Truth be told, that wasn't feedback. That was me in the background. But it's about living your life on your own terms. And I think you'll like the video that I'm going to post for you. But more importantly, you guys that are taking action right now are living life on your terms. And those of you that are going to start consuming it tonight, even if it's just going through part of the first module, getting started makes the difference. Getting started makes the difference. So, look for that email coming through. My support line is support@totalpreneur.com. Greg's support line, you'll get that in an email from him. So anything you need, just get with us. We'll take good care of you. I want to make sure that you're successful with this. So any final last comments? Oh, let's see. Hang on. Is the advanced strategy bonus the membership bonus?
No, that's a different. The advanced strategies are different than the membership bonuses.
Great. Okay. Is that something that's already done, the membership bonus, or are you creating that?
So there's two things. The one that we're creating is how to run a membership site because the last time I had offered this, a lot of folks said this is great, but I don't even know how to put a membership site together. So I said, if I create one, would you guys be happy? And they said yes. So I said, all right, here's what I'll do. I'm going to create it. This is a course we're going to sell, but I'm giving my Azon Profit System folks free access.
Okay.
Only for you guys.
Okay. So Catherine's not seeing it yet, but you will see it.
Correct.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Great. Well then, gentlemen, ladies, thank you. Greg, as always, I mean, it's always fun to hang out with you, my friend. So you guys, thank you again for joining us. Greg, thanks for doing this at this time. I appreciate it. Thanks to Joanne for letting you play with us tonight.
Yes.
And like I said, you guys will post a replay so you can pass it on to your friends. Make me proud. Put this to use. And we will see you in the live event coming up next week. Thanks, Greg.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.
See you. Bye, everybody.